guys, I'm Miss James. I'm going to be your teacher for language arts this year. Even though you're virtual, I'm super excited to have you in my class and get to know all of you better. We're going to figure out some fun, cool ways to learn and engage through online learning. So I'm super excited to learn that with you guys. So we're going to talk about a few things. I went over a slideshow presentation with our blended learner kiddos, and I want to kind of do the same thing with you guys. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my screen, and we're going to talk about a few things.
All right, guys, so here we are, our little PowerPoint. First day of school, woohoo! I need you guys to let me know if there's any Finding Nemo fans out there, because let me tell you, your classmates let me down on that one. I looked like a big old goofball. I am a grown woman, but I still love Disney movies, and that is that. Hopefully some of you guys do too. I had like one or two who are like, yeah, I like Finding Nemo. I think there's more of you out there, but anyways. All right, so meet the teacher. Obviously, that's me. My name is Miss James. You're gonna hear me talk about my dogs a lot. This is Moo Cow. This is Bo. That's Baby and Missy. I also put this punny meme down there. I'm not sure if you can see it because this little bar is getting there in the way. But it says all food must go to the lab for testing. And I put this little meme there because all year long you're gonna be hearing me tell you the best dad jokes you've ever heard. I'm very punny, and so hopefully you're someone who likes puns. Otherwise, you are either going to learn to like them or you're going to be annoyed a whole lot. All right? Expectations. So we're going to talk about that more later this week. We're going to work together to create guidelines for our classroom with all of the kids in my class, and that's essentially going to be centered around doing the right thing. So we are going to talk about that more later this week. Mutual respect. Mutual respect essentially just means the respect goes both ways. So I'm going to treat you with respect, and I'm going to treat you with dignity. And I'm asking that you give me that same kindness and that you respect me, right? So when you're talking, I'm going to make sure I listen. So I ask for example, when I talk, that you listen, okay? So mutual respect just means it goes both ways. And, there are going to be plenty of times where I make mistakes, and I hope that you can kindly correct me and call me out on it, okay? We're all learning together, right? I'm going to be learning right alongside you guys. There's going to be times that you teach me things. So, yeah. Class family. This one is super important to me because I know that right now, outside in the world, it's just kind of upside down. We've got a pandemic. We've got social justice issues going on, and it's been a lot of stress on people, and I know many of you it's impacted very deeply. So I want you to know that I see that and I support you through that. And so it's important to me that when we are in class, whether it's online or in person, that we're being mindful that everyone has a story, everyone has an experience. Not everyone is coming to school online or in person feeling 100%. So let's do what we can to treat each other like family and be kind, and just make sure that we're being mindful that just like how we have our own experience and we have our own story, so does everyone else, okay? And our classroom is going to be a safe place where everyone, no matter their gender, race, orientation, whatever it may be, everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted, okay? Everyone belongs there, you all belong there. So let's just make sure that we're being kind and treating it like a class family. Okay, now on to growth mindset. So I think of growth mindset in a couple of different ways. So here's one way that I think of it. So let's say we've got a football player, and as we know, when you throw a football, you want to make sure you're getting that nice spiral throw, right? That's what's going to get it further down the field. That's just what's going to be most productive. So the football player threw the football like a baseball, it really wouldn't work, right? It wouldn't go near as far, it just wouldn't work. That's not the way the football was designed to be used. So the coach might say, hey, let's try this. Let's do it this way because this way isn't working. And that's not the coach being mean, right? That's just the coach giving that constructive feedback because the coach wants that football player to grow. So we're going to have a similar situation at times. It might be with your writing, it might be with your behavior, it might be with work ethic, okay? There might be times where I give you constructive feedback and say, hey, this isn't working. Let's try it this way. Let's think about it this way. Let's find a way that's going to be more productive and more beneficial. Because at the end of the day, I want every one of you to reach your dreams. And my purpose here is to help you get there and to help put you on that path. So sometimes I'm going to give you feedback that you might not necessarily like, but please know it's only because I care about you and I want to see you achieve those dreams, and I want to see you on the most productive path so you can live your best life. Okay? And with that being said, real quick, I want you guys to know that more than anything, when you come to my class online or in person, I want you to know that I care. Okay? More than anything language arts related, at the end of the day, I care about you each as individuals, and I just want to help you reach your dreams and live your best lives. All right? So let's talk about daily schedule really quick. As you know already, you're going to come in and you're going to check in. You're also going to be completing a journal right after. Sorry if you guys can hear my dogs chewing on their bone. You're probably going to hear my dogs in the background quite a bit whenever we Zoom or I am creating a video for class. So please just disregard that. So after your emotion check-in, you're going to do the journal, and I'm not going to have a topic for you. I'm really going to leave it open for you. I want you to write about whatever's on your mind. Your classmates aren't going to see it, but I want you to be writing. There are going to be guidelines to that, but the topic is up to you, and we'll learn more about that next week. Okay? So let's go on to the next slide, and we're going to look at norms of online learning. And what a norm is essentially it's just a guideline. All right, so these are guidelines for online learning. And the first one is remain muted until time to talk. As you know, sometimes, there's just unintentional background noise, like you just heard my dog chewing on the bone, right? So until it's your turn, make sure you're muted. It's not to be mean, just we want to make sure everyone can hear. Make sure that you're using your real name, no nicknames or screen names. Especially as we're getting to know your names, it's important to have your real name, and that way we can count you for attendance. So please, no nicknames, no screen names. So for this next one, I want you to know that I asked every single in-person period of class if they felt awkward when they were on the Zoom call and people can see them. And I want you to know that almost every single person said, yes, I do. And I'm going to tell you, yes, I do too. And I'm going to tell you that I know most adults do as well, okay? So I know it's awkward. I know it feels weird. Just know that we're feeling it too, okay? It's all right. We can all just be awkward together. And just know that we do have to see your face though, because we do want to mimic in-person learning as much as possible. And seeing your face is so important. It's going to help me get to know you, and it's going to put a name to a face, because at this point, I don't know what you look like. I'm really sorry. They are very loud playing right now. All right, next one. Participate, ask questions, complete and submit assignments on time, all right? Just because we're online doesn't mean those things change. I want you to be engaged. I want you to ask questions. I want you to complete and submit assignments on time, all right? My email is right there. You're more than welcome to email me at any time. I'll get back to it as soon as possible. All right, and the next one is speech is to be kind and profanity free at all times, whether spoken or written. And that kind speech goes back into what I was talking about earlier. We never know what someone else is going through. We never know someone else's story. So let's make sure that we are all helpers and we're not intentionally hurting anyone. So let's make sure that our speech is kind. And as far as profanity goes, something that I want you to think about is when you grow up, or even in a few years, maybe when you get your first job when you're in high school, you cannot use profanity at your job, right? So it's good to get yourself in that habit of using professional and appropriate language, all right? So that is just something to keep in mind. The next thing is find a quiet spot in your home where you can concentrate. Now, I understand that everyone's home life looks different right now, okay? And especially if you're at home, you might be responsible for taking care of younger brothers or sisters while your parent or guardian goes to work. All right, I want you to know that I understand this. I do want you to do your best to find a quiet spot in your home where you can concentrate. If there is some kind of situation or circumstance beyond your control that hinders that, just talk to me. Let me know. We'll work through it, okay? But I do want you to do your best to find a quiet spot.
All right, and that is that. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Like I said, I'm so excited to have you in my class. I can't wait to get to know each of you individually. We're gonna figure out some Zoom schedules here soon. I will let you know when. It kind of makes it difficult just because we have kids in the class at the same time, but we'll figure it out, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. So have a great day.